class. Our topic for today is about keyboarding and word processing basics. So, keyboarding and word processing are foundational skills in today's digital age, essential for efficient communication, data entry, and document creation. So, ginagamit natin ang ang pag-type and yung mga word processor natin pag may mga text tayo na gustong i-input. Okay. So, keyboarding and word processing basics. I will be discussing the word processing versus the using of a typewriter. Hindi ko alam kung naabutan niyo yung typewriter. Okay? Some features of word processors, touch typing, and the word processor itself. Okay. So keyboarding is the process of entering data by means of a keyboard. So whatever you input doon sa keyboard natin, tinatawag na po natin yan na keyboard. Keyboarding, often referred to as typing. Okay. Pag nag-type ka ng mga letters, mga characters, okay. So it is the act of entering text or commands into a computer or other electronic device using a keyboard. May mga touch keyboards tayo diyan sa ating mga smartphone, di ba? So it involves pressing keys on the keyboard to input characters, numbers, symbols, and commands. Okay. So, kailangan din natin ng word processing. Okay, word processing is the process of using a computer to create, edit, and print documents. So, when we are processing text, okay, or nag-type tayo, word processing na po yung tawag natin doon. So, to perform word processing, you need a computer and a program called word processor. Example, Microsoft Word. Okay. So, yun yung kailangan natin gamitin, the Microsoft Word. So, we are requiring students to use MS Office as much as possible. And syempre, para makita natin yung magandang output natin, hindi lang sa monitor, kailangan din natin ng printer. Okay. A word processor enables you to create a document, store it electronically on a disk, display it on a screen, modify it by entering commands and characters from the keyboard or print it out on a printer. Yun yung kagandahan ng era na meron ng mga computers compared to the typewriter before. Kasi nowadays that we had what we call the word processor, you can just edit. Pag nagkamali ka, Control Z, di ba? Or you can just copy something from the internet and then paste it. Ang dali-dali nang gawin. Ang dali-dali nang mag-ayos ng mga text, mag-ayos ng mga words or mga sentences dun sa ating MS Office or dun sa ating MS Word. Hindi kagaya dati dun sa typewriter. Pag nagkamali ka dun sa tinatype mo, automatically, papalitan mo na naman yung bond paper kung saan mo in-input yung mga text na yon. Okay. So, ano nga ba ang word processor? Okay. Word processor is an application software used for creating. Okay. Once you create something in your word process, in your MS Word, ginagamit mo na agad yung word processor mo. Okay. Editing, formatting, and printing documents. So it is a computer program specifically used for working with text-based documents. Word processing software is the most widely used type of application software. Kasi ginagamit siya sa school, ginagamit siya sa work. Marami kasing pag pinaggagamitan ng mga word processors na yan eh. So, pag nag-request ka ng certificate mo or ng birth certificate mo, papagawa ka ng passport mo, ng lisensya mo, kailangan ng word processor para ma-edit or makapag-create ng mga text. Okay. So, word processing meaning. Word processing is the process of creating, editing, formatting, and manipulating of textual content using a computer or electronic device. Okay. What is a word processor? Naulit siya. Word processing has changed the way how documents are created and managed, replacing traditional typewriters and handwritten documents. Okay. Noon dati, pag may mga usapan sa mga barangay, take down notes lang siya, di ba? Meron pang mga ibang mga Pag nag-request ka ng barangay clearance dati, yan, mga naka-handwritten, mga ganon. Or nung pumasok yung typewriter, naging typewriter na siya. Traditional way siya. Pero, pag nagkamali ka lang kasi dun sa typewriter, the traditional typewriter, you really need to change yung bond paper. Pero naabutan ko yung electronic na typewriter, wherein may maliit din siya na monitor. Okay. So, mag-type ka dun sa maliit na monitor. Pag gusto mo na siyang i-print dun sa bond paper, i-click mo lang din siya. So, pwede mo rin siyang ma-edit and everything. Pero, hindi siya nag-click, hindi siya, kumbaga, is kasi dumating ang mga computers na mas malaki wherein monitors. Dumating kasi yung mga monitors. Kaya yung typewriter na may maliit na screen na electronic, eh, hindi na siya nag-in nung mga panahon na yun kasi dumating na po yung mga computers. Anyways, nakatulong naman siya in the way na ano, nakapag-edit kami, save kami ng mga documents. Kaya malaking tulong din naman yung typewriter nung unang panahon. Okay. So it has significantly increased productivity and efficiency in various fields, including education, business, publishing, and personal communication. Okay. So word processing software, ginagamit natin yan. Meron na nga rin tayong mga application sa cellphone natin eh. Yung iba WPS yung ginagamit. Yung iba naman is Google Docs. Okay, yung iba is talagang MS Word talaga sila. Okay. Yung mga naka-Apple, meron din tayo sa mga ah, Apple natin, which is the Apple Pages. Okay, or meron din tayong LibreOffice Writer or the Apache Office Writer. Okay. Pero yung iba gumagamit siya ng mga WPS. Okay. So, ito yung example ng MS Word. Okay. So, word processing is used by business organization, government agencies, and even not only in the even in the school. So, ito ginagamit din siya ng individuals for creating different types of documents. Some example of word processing software are Microsoft Word, Pages, and WordPerfect. Ito yung ating MS Word. Okay. If you're going to create a text, okay, dito tayo sa document window mag-start. But if we're going to format something, di ba, kailangan natin i-highlight yung ano man yung mga i-modify natin or i-format natin. Then we can choose on the home page, nandito kasi yung font family, di ba? Ito yung font family. Okay, so meron dito, pwede kang pumili whatever font family, the font size. Okay, if you want to bold, you want it italic, underline. Okay, dito naman sa paragraph, if you want na nakabullet siya, unordered or the ordered, and then kung naka-justify naman siya, left, right, center, and then justified, right, center, and then the left. Kung gusto mo lagyan ng kulay, gusto mong mag-create ng mga tables or anything, lahat yan pwede mong gawin dito sa ating MS Word processing software. Okay. Key point. Okay. Word processing software is used to create, edit, and format documents such as letters, reports, and resumes. Research din, ano pa ba yung mga ginagawa ninyo sa mga pag gumagamit kayo ng word processing software. Okay. Hindi lang sa letters, reports, resume, pwede ka rin gumawa ng mga brochure. Okay. Ng mga tarpaulins, mga ganyan. Okay. Word processing software is the most widely used type of application software. Oo. Most widely used talaga siya. Especially sa school natin, halos lahat ng mga documents natin, ginagamitan natin ng word processing software. Okay. Word processing software provides many features. My word wrap, formatting, printing, find and replace, spelling and grammar, autocorrect, thesaurus, tables, columns, headers and footers, autotext, templates, mail, merge, and voice recognition. Okay. If you're going to visualize the MS Word, nandun po lahat yan. Lahat, kung gusto mong mag-edit ng mga sentences or gumawa ng mag-format ng mga documents, gumawa ng letters, mga ganun. Lahat po yan nasa MS Word. Okay. So, word processing software is commonly used in offices to prepare letters. Yes. Applications, notices, faxes, memorandums, legal pleadings, meeting agendas, calendars, resumes, and reports. Okay. Pero ginagamit nyo din ng mga student yan pag nag-submit kayo ng mga assignment ninyo na kailangan is naka-printed din siya or pag may mga researches kayo. Okay. Ginagamit nyo rin po ang word processing software. Okay. One of the most popular word processing software include the MS Word and the Open Office. Okay. Pero now we had what we called the cloud-based. Meron na po tayong Google Docs. Okay. Meron din po tayong if you are onto the Mac OS or the iOS and iPad OS devices, meron din po tayong tinatawag na Apple Pages. Okay. Apple Pages provides a user-friendly interface and a wide range of templates for creating documents such as letters, reports, flyers, and resumes. Meron din po tayong LibreOffice Writer. Ang LibreOffice Writer naman, it is a free and open source word processor that is part of the LibreOffice suite. It offers a comprehensive set of features similar to proprietary word processing software like the MS Word. Meron din po tayo yung Apache Open Office Writer. Okay. Ito is open source din po siya na word processing application na may mga features siya for creating and editing documents. Kalimitan ginagamit or the available operating system is the Linux. Pwede rin siya sa Windows and Mac OS, pero more on Linux siya. Okay. Tapos yung very common na ginagamit ng mga students sa kanilang mga mobile phone, which is the WPS Office Writer. So, this is a suite or suite of office productivity tools that includes a word processor na ang tawag dyan is WPS Office Writer. Okay. It was somewhat similar siya sa Microsoft Word na may mga features na pwede kang mag-create, mag-edit ng mga documents. So, parehong-pareho lang din siya. Pero, may mga types na yung compatibility niya pag halimbawa, you created your document in the WPS Office Writer and then you're going to save that one and then you want me to edit that one and then I will be using the MS Word. Yan. So, the compatibility. Magkakaroon ng mga slight problems. Okay. Features of word processor. Word wrap. Okay. Yung word wrap, ito, malimit itong ginagamit sa Excel. Okay. Or pwede rin naman siya sa MS Word. Kasi may mga design din naman yan eh. So, in the word wrap in the MS Word, the word processor automatically moves the next line when the user has one line filled with text and adjusts the text if the margins are changed. So, word wrap po siya ng Excel. Okay. Paano siya ginagamit? Wait lang. Open ko yung Excel. Okay. Dito sa Excel, of course, meron din po siyang word processor. Kasi nag edit din kasi tayo ng mga text dito. Nagpo-format din tayo. Halimbawa, meron kang napakahaba na isusulat. Ayan, isusulat mo na ganyan. Okay, enter. Okay. Kailangan nandito lang siya sa isang cell. Okay. Pero meron tayong tinatawag na wrap text. Ayan yung wrap text natin. Okay. If you wrap the text, nag-automatic siya, ina-automatic niya na, oy, pagkakasyahin ko to dito sa column na to. Ayun. Yun yung wrap text ng Excel. Okay. Pagdating naman kay MS Word, okay. Pagdating naman kay MS Word, saan ko ba makikita yung word wrap nito? Ito yung word art naman siya. Okay. Sa word art naman, marami siyang mga designs, mga ganyan. Or pag word wrap naman, halimbawa, magta-type tayo ng ganyan, inaayos na niya siya. So, maayos yung pagkakalagay niya. Tapos, kung meron ka ding table, yan, gawa tayo ng table. Lalagyan natin to ng mga pangalan, mga letters na ganyan. Yan. So, it automatically nag-a-adjust po yung ating table. Kasi, nandyan po yung naka-built-in na word wrap ng ating MS Word. Okay. Hindi kagaya ng Excel, you need to click on the wrap text para magkasya yung mga text natin na nilagay natin dyan sa isang column. Okay. Another feature is formatting. Okay. Formatting word processing software provides a wide range of formatting facilities. The user can change the code's background color and size style of a text. The formatting can be applied to characters, paragraphs, or whole pages. Okay. So, ito po yan. Halimbawa, this one, I need to format. To format, kailangan nandito ka sa home. Kasi nandito po yung font family natin. Or yan, yung mga team fonts natin. Andito yung size ng font natin. Pwede mong palakihin, paliitin. Okay, nandito yung bold, italics, underline. Pwede mong lagyan ng kulay. Pwede mong tanggalin kung ano man yung mga format na nandyan. Okay, you need to highlight to format something. Okay, halimbawa, I want to change the font family into Bookman Old Style. And then I will make it bigger. I want it in bold, italics, and underline. Okay. So, na-format ko na po siya. Napalitan ko na yung original kanina. Yung original niya kanina is naka-Arial 12 ba siya or what? Okay. Balik ko nga. Ayan. So, ito kanina is Calibri. Okay. The default is the Calibri body 11. Ito yung default niya kanina. But once you highlight something, you change the font family, the font size, yan. You make the paragraph bolder, italic or underline. May naka-strike through pa kung gusto mong naka-strike through. Gusto mong palitan yung kulay, yan, pwede mong palitan yung kulay, pwede mong tanggalin yung format. Ito yung ginagamit natin para matanggal yung format. Gusto mong palakihin, gusto mong paliitin. Okay. So you are already formatting something. You want it in left justify, center, right, or just a justify. Okay. Marami po tayong mga pagpipilian dito sa ating home button. Okay. Home command button. Okay. Next is printing. Okay. So, alam naman natin agad na ang printing, ginagamit natin yan every time that we want a hard copy. So, kailangan natin ng printer. Okay. So, we need to install the installer of the printer para magamit natin, para makapag-print tayo ng mga documents natin. Paano yan gawin? Control P lang po yan, or you just go to the Control P for the print, or you just going to go to the file and then click print to print the said document. Okay. Next is find and replace. Okay. The find feature is used to find a certain character, word, or phrase in the document. The replace feature is used to find a certain character, word, or phrase in the document and replace it with another. Okay. So, pwede ka rin mag-find yan. Okay. Yan yung ginagamit ng mga student, especially nung pandemic. Yung magsisend kami ng naka-PDF and then papaquiz kami, gusto lang nilang hanapin. Halimbawa is ilalagay ko dito Life of Rizal. Ayan. Life of Rizal. Tapos marami na tayong nakalagay na mga say statement na ganyan. So, pag nag-control F ako, hanapin ko Life of Rizal. Ayan. I-highlight niya agad. Oops, eto siya. Ayan. Kung halimbawa, etong Life of Rizal na to, ayan, i-cut ko. Okay, ilalagay ko siya dito sa pinakababa on the next page. Ayan. And then, palitan ko yan ng Rizal. Ayan, Rizal. Hindi wrong spelling. Rizal. Okay. Andito na si Rizal. Hinanap na niya agad. So, i-highlight niya. Ito si Rizal. So, you are already using your find and replace. Okay. Spelling and grammar. Okay. Pag may mga wrong grammar tayo or spelling tayo dito, kino-correct po niya. Halimbawa, tong life na to, yan. Palitan ko yan ng ano bang magandang spelling na pwede nating palitan. Kasi magbibigay siya ng suggestion. Ayan. Halimbawa, tong Rizal na to, alam niya agad that this is a noun. Okay, tao po siya. So, magbibigay siya ng suggestion. Ayan, Rizal. Papalitan niya agad. So, click mo lang yung naka-red na underline. Halimbawa, yan, like, list. Ayan, nandyan yung mga suggestion niya. Okay. Magbibigay po siya ng mga suggestion. So, aayusin niya yung spelling mo, yung grammar mo. Autocorrect. Okay. Word processing software automatic corrects. Pag nagta-type ka dito sa MS Word mo, kung minsan, nagkakaroon ka ng misspell, ino-autocorrect na niya agad-agad para hindi na niya lalagyan ng red na line kasi pinalitan na niya agad-agad. Pag click mo ng enter, pag click mo ng spacebar, it automatic na niya na ino-autocorrect yung whatever na nilagay mo doon na statement. Okay. Thesaurus, okay. This feature provides the synonyms for a word in the document. A word with the same meaning is known as a synonym. Okay. Dito sa saan ko ba siya makikita? References, mailings, review. Eto, okay. Dito under review naman siya, okay. So, magbibigay siya ng meaning. Halimbawa, sun. Ayan. Click ko yung sun. Then, thesaurus. Yan. Eto, to see the definition, sign in using Microsoft account. So, hindi pala to naka-sign in. Pero kung naka-sign in account mo, dito, sa gilid, eto yung thesaurus na yan, ibibigay niya agad yung meaning ng highlight mo na word. Okay. Next is tables. Okay. Tables are used to organize data. So, it is a collection of rows and columns. So, how to create a data? Okay, you just go to the insert and table. Maglagay ka na ilang column at ilang row yung gusto mo. So, ganyan lang po kasimple yung paggawa ng table. Okay. Column, okay. Yung column natin, nandito na rin siya sa table. Okay. Ito yung tinatawag natin ng mga column. Yan, yung patayo na yan. Yan, ang column. 1 column, 2 column. Ito naman yung rows natin. 1 row, 2 row, 3 rows. Yan. Okay. Header and footer. Okay, header and footer, ginagamit po ito especially if you're going to do your research. Okay, or gagawa ka ng document na kailangan naka-header and footer. Okay, to do that one, you're just going to go to the insert and then click on header. Okay, pag nag-click ka ng header, halimbawa nilagay ko to ng Mary Jane, yan. So, pag close ko to ng header, all the pages, meron po siyang, lagyan natin ng, ayan, all the pages meron siyang header. Okay. If I'm going to insert a footer, gusto ko may number yung mga footer ko. Yan. Then I'm going to close. Yan. So this is my first page and then this is my second page. Pwede ko rin yan i-modify. Yan. Pwede kong lagyan yan ng pangalan ko. Halimbawa, Jeng. Yan. Okay, close. Okay, pagdating dun sa first page, meron pa rin po siya. Okay, that is how to do the header and footer. Auto text, okay. Auto text is a feature to store text permanently for use repeatedly in documents. Okay. Normally, ang auto text nakikita siya pag nagsisend ka ng mga messages through your chat, di ba? Okay, nagkakaroon tayo ng auto text. Kung minsan meron din, doon sa may Grammarly, nagbibigay din siya ng mga auto text. Okay, doon sa Google Docs, if you will be doing your documents online, ayan, nagbibigay siya ng mga auto text. Or mga template naman, okay, mga templates naman is nandito po siya sa my file, yan. And then, if you're going to create new, ayan, ito yung mga templates natin, okay. So, the templates is at the backstage. Yan. Pwede kang pumili ng mga templates na kung gusto mong mag-edit, halimbawa, gagawa ka ng flyers, ng cards, ng letters, ayan. So, we had a lot of templates na pwede natin i-modify. Okay. Then, mail merge. Normally, hindi naman na natin ginagamit yung mail merge. Pero, um, kung may mga contents tayo na gusto nating i-save dun sa database, yan, pwede natin gamitin yung mail merge. Okay. Voice recognition, pwede rin. Sa halip na magka-type ka, yan is another feature. Ginagamit na yan sa mga phone when you are sending a text or a text to your friend. Yan. Sa halip na mag-text ka na is utusan mo na lang siya, mag-send ka na lang ng voice command and isi-send na niya. Other features, may mga AI na tayo ngayon, which is naririnig na lang niya yung voice recognition, yung voice, and then na-type na niya yung sinasabi nung, halimbawa, nung speaker dun sa harap. Okay. Example of word processor, although Microsoft Word is the most popular word processor, other options are available. So, sinabi ko naman na kanina, yung LibreOffice Writer, OpenOffice, yung sa Mac natin, which is the Apple Pages, okay, yung Google Docs that is online. So, kailangan mo yan ng kailangan naka-online ka yan. Kasi ang Google Docs is a cloud-based word processing tool offered by Google. Okay, nakaano siya, nakapart sa Google Suite. Okay, na tinatawag natin siya na Google Workspace. Okay, dito, kagandahan lang naman kasi ng Google Docs is that if you send the link to your friend and you allow your friend to edit, halimbawa magko-collaborate kayo sa isang documents, real time na siya. So whatever changes na ginawa mo dun sa Google Docs mo, automatically makikita din yun ng kaibigan mo. O ito yung time na in-edit niya, ito yung part na na-edit niya, makikita mo na agad siya in real time. Okay. An examples of word processors, so these are the examples. So marami pala. Meron tayong Pro Writing Aid, may Scrivener, Notion, Zoho Writer, Dropbox Paper, Evernote, iWork Pages, Open Office Writer, Word Perfect, Focus Writer. Meron na rin tayong mga AIs nowadays, di ba? Mga AIs natin, pag text lang natin, magpapagawa na tayo sa kanila or we will just tell them it is a voice-to-text dictation, yan, mga AI-powered recognition technologies that can transcribe spoken words into text within word processing software. Ganun na kagaling ang mga AI natin ngayon. Okay. Okay, the word processing versus using a typewriter. Okay. Naabutan ko kasi yung paggamit ng typewriter, especially when I am doing my final paper. Okay. Dun sa final paper ko kasi nung grade 6 ako, so I need to do the research in the library. Gagawa ko ng research ko dun sa Santa Lucia. Dun sa may malapit sa simbahan, may malaking library doon. So, I need to finish, dati-dati kasi natatapos yung klase namin ng 11:30 and babalik kami ng 1:30. Yan. So, dadaling ko na yung baon ko, sasakay ako ng jeep hanggang sa Santa Lucia, kaya ako saglit dun sa ilalim ng Acacia. And then, that is open kahit lunch break. Magre-research ako doon, tapos isusulat ko lahat-lahat ng mga researches ko. Pero sa bahay namin kasi, we have our own typewriter. Hanggang ngayon, nandun pa rin yung typewriter sa bahay namin. Pagmamay-ari yun ng the late na ate ko. Okay. So, yun yung ginamit ko nung nag-aaral ako. I need to do the research in the library. And I need to input all those things na na-research ko using the typewriter with kailangan may ribbon yun eh. Yung ribbon kasi yun yung pinaka-ink niya. Yan. Tapos yung bond paper mo. Okay. So, dun mo itatype. So, pag nagkamali ka, papalitan mo na naman yung bond paper mo. Every kamali, kailangan mong palitan yung bond paper. Hindi kagaya ngayon ng paggamit ng word processing. In the use of word processing, marami na tayong mga shortcut keys. Diba? Meron na, pwede nating i-restore yung mga na-delete or nagkamali tayo, we can do the Control Z. Pwede tayong mag-format ng mga text pag may mga gusto tayong ayusin. Pwede tayong mag-copy-paste na lang sa online, paggawa sa artificial intelligence, paste it in our word processor, and then we could just print. Ganun lang simple yung buhay. Pero dati, you need to do the research in the library, you type in the typewriter. Kailangan pa bumili ng ribbon. Yun yung pinaka-ink kasi ng typewriter dati. Okay. Word processing versus using a typewriter. The advantage of using a word processor over a typewriter is that changes can be made without having to retype the entire document. Diba? Hindi mo na kailangan mag-retype ng buong document. You can correct mistakes and insert or delete words, sentences, or entire paragraphs anywhere in the document. You can also move sections of text from one place to another or even between documents. So the final version can be sent digitally by email or to the printer to produce a hard copy. Pero dati you need to send it via post office. Yan. May mga gusto kang isubmit dati, tapos nasa malayong lugar, ito-send mo pa sa post office. Okay, this is how typewriter works. Yan. Tingnan nyo. Okay, magka-type po siya. Tapos magaling ka rin din sa spacing dyan kasi may mga space. Hindi siya katingay. Sabi niya na Okay, ito na yung mga ginagamit natin ngayon, mga touch na lang tayo. The ability to input information at the keyboard smoothly while typing, di ba? Ang gaan na ng pag-type ngayon. Also known as touch type or touch keyboarding. Di ba pag open mo ng cellphone mo, may mga touch keyboard tayo. Yan. It's typing without using the sense of sight to find the keys. Specifically, a touch typist will know their location on the keyboard through muscle memory. Touch typing can increase typing accuracy and speed. Touch typing includes understanding keyboard layout and its function. Okay. So the benefits of touch typing: speed, okay, efficient, or we do the typing faster. Okay. Accuracy or the focus, make fewer mistakes. Productivity, type longer without getting tired. Health, less likely have health problem, hand wrist, neck, and many more. Kasi pag nagtatype ka kasi ng typewriter, di ba? Kailangan mabigat din yung kamay mo para mai-push mo ng maayos yung mga buttons doon sa keyboard. Kasi pag magaan yung pag-type mo, hindi mo maipupush yung letter na yon, hindi siya hindi kasi doon kasi sa may pinakadulo ng yung mga yung bakal niya doon, nandun kasi yung mga letters. So, kung mahina yung pagkaka-push mo doon sa letter na yon, hindi rin maganda yung pagkaka-input niya doon sa bond paper mo. Okay. Typing tips. Maintain a healthy posture. So, kailangan i-maintain din natin yung pag-upo natin. Okay. Familiarize yourself with the keyboard layout. Okay. Yung keyboard layout natin naka-QWERTY po yan. Okay. Kailangan i-familiarize mo lahat ng mga keys na nandun sa keyboard mo. Start typing with touch typing. Okay. Meron doon sa row keys natin, doon sa may middle, the ASDF, yan. Meron po siyang nakalagay doon na may mga, may mga bumubukol doon or may mararamdaman tayo na something para sabihin niya na, oh, this is ito po yung ito yung part na pwede mong i-touch. Okay. Yan. Ito yung pinaka-low keys, ibig niyang sabihin yun. Okay. Start typing and touch typing. Press each key with the proper finger. So, pag-aaralan natin yan, proper finger na yan. So, you will be doing the keyboarding pag nagkita na tayo. For this moment, I will just be discussing this chapter. Okay. Each key has to press by the same finger all the time. Take a typing speed test to keep track of your progress. So, dun na ipapasok yung typing master. Pag bumalik na kayo, after this, yung walang pasok, pagbalik ninyo ng klase, we will do the typing master. So, i-record ko naman siya. Titignan natin. We're going to test kung gaano ba ka-familiarize kayo doon sa keyboard or sa paggamit ng keyboard or even sa paggamit lang ng mouse. Okay. Okay. Keyboard technique, ayan, sinabi ko na kanina, kailangan is maganda yung postura natin. The body, center body in front of keyboard and sit up straight. Arm position, arms relaxed and bent to about 90 degrees, elbows naturally close to the body. Kasi, halimbawa, marami kang tinatype, nakakangalay, ganun. So, kailangan pa rin natin panatilihin yung posture natin para healthy living ba, kumbaga, tanahan tagag bali nga kubo or whatsoever. Okay. The mouse and keyboard should be set to the height of elbow height. So, titignan din natin kung maganda ba yung position ng pagkakalagay natin ng device natin and even our mouse or keyboard doon sa body natin. Hand position, hands should be flat but palms of hands not resting on keyboard. Kasi pag nagre-rest kasi sa keyboard, maaaring makatype tayo ng other letters. Kailangan yung wrist natin, it is off the keyboard. Kailangan yung mga dulo-dulo lang ng mga daliri natin yung nagta-touch doon sa keyboard natin. Feet position should be flat on the ground, slightly apart, don't cross. Okay. Keep eyes on the screen rather than the keyboard or the hand. So, kailangan natin practice na nakatingin lang tayo sa screen. So, we need to familiarize. Kailangan natin i-familiarize yung self natin doon sa keyboard natin. Okay. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, the home row. Kalimitan sa home row, the ASDF and the JKL or with the semicolon, yung F and J, merong bumubukol yan minsan sa mga keyboard. Okay. Para, kahit nagabi, halimbawa, you're going to do that typing, pag hahanapin mo yung home row keys mo, pag naramdaman mo may bumukol dun kay F, ibig sabihin, dun po yung F at saka J natin. Sa keyboard kasi ng laptop ko meron. Dito sa baba ng letter F at baba ng J, may bumubukol po dito. Okay. So, this starts, dito nag-start yung home row natin. So, the home row comprises of A, S, D, F, J, K, L, semicolon. Okay. So, sa home row natin, yung A natin is our pinky finger. The S is the ring finger. Yung left natin yan ha, left hand. Yung middle finger natin is the D and the index finger is the F. And yung thumb ng left and right natin is the space. Okay. Pagdating naman sa right hand natin, yung J natin ang is the index finger, yung middle finger natin ang K, yung ring finger natin ang L, yung pinky finger natin ang semicolon, and our thumb will always be the space. Okay. Extended home row. Your left index finger will press F and B. Okay, left index. Ano ba yung left index finger mo? So, yun yung mag extend. Okay, yung di pa nagtudong, so sarang di left kan right, di ba? So, di pa nagtudo tayo. Digit ag-extend nga apan ijay F kan J. Ayan. G and then HJ, HG. So, yun yung gagamitin natin para magamit din natin yung J at saka G at saka H. Okay. Your right pinky will be responsible from pressing the semicolon and the apostrophe key. Kasi yung apostrophe, katabi po siya ng semicolon keys natin. Okay. Your pinky fingers are responsible for pressing the shift keys. Okay. Halimbawa, may mga isi-shift keys tayo. So, kailangan yung pinky finger yung mag-shift. Yan. Halimbawa, isi-shift ko. I need an uppercase letter A. I will be pressing the pinky finger on my right shift and the pinky finger on the letter A. Okay. If your right finger will press the uppercase letter L, then your left pinky should press the shift key. Kasi yung shift key kasi natin meron tayo dito sa right and then dito sa left. So, pag mag-uppercase ka halimbawa, na yung mga keys is nandito sa my left side, sa right side ka mag-shift. Kung yung mga isi-shift mo naman is nandito sa right side, sa left side mo ipipress na shift. Okay. So, yung QWERTY. Okay. The QWERTY on your left hand, Q and A is your pinky. Okay. W and S is your ring. Middle is the E and D. Index finger, R, T, F, and G. Okay. Pagdating naman sa right hand natin, the index finger is Y and U. And the middle finger is letter I. The ring finger is letter O and the pinky finger is letter P. Okay. On the bottom row, on your left hand, the pinky finger is the letter Z, the ring finger is the letter X, the middle finger is the letter C, and the index finger is the V and the B. Okay. On your bottom row to the right, your index finger is the N and M, the middle finger is the comma P, the ring finger is the period, and the pinky finger is the question mark. Okay. So in the number rows naman natin on our left hand, pinky finger for number 1, ring finger for number 2, middle finger for number 3, and index finger for 4 and 5. Okay. On our right hands, index finger is number 6 and 7. 8 is the middle finger. 9 is the ring finger. And 0 is the pinky finger. Okay. So, symbols on the numbers and letter rows. So, you need to hold the shift key and press a key to insert the symbol shown on the top of the key. Halimbawa, ito yung mga nasa taas ng mga numbers natin. Yan. So, may mga special characters tayo dito. Dito si number 1, our exclamation. Number 2 is the at. Number 3 is the anong tawag dito? Ampersand or the number sign. And then number 4 is the dollar sign. Number 5 is the percent. Number 6 is the exponential. Number 7 is the end. Number 8 is the multiplication or the asterisk. Number 9 is the open parenthesis. Number 0 is the closed parenthesis. So, kailangan natin gamitin yung, pag nag-shift tayo, kailangan natin gamitin yung mga pinky, ring, middle, index, yan, gagamitin din natin while pressing the shift button. Okay. So, ganun din, ayan, ay, nasabi ko na kanina, yan. Halimbawa, I need to use this one. Okay, the dash and then the lowercase, and then the, anong tawag dito? Dash and then the, anong tawag na rin yan? Underscore, okay, underscore, the plus and then the equal, okay, halimbawa gusto ko gamitin ko yung plus, mag-shift ako dito sa aking left finger, and then I'm going to press, okay, the plus sign, okay, ano ulit yung ating typewriter, okay, so I think that's the end of the discussion. So if you had any queries, any question, you could just ask me. So try to practice nyo na kung paano mag-type gamit itong mga reference na to para pagdating ng keyboarding natin on our meeting, magki-keyboarding na kasi kayo, at least alam niyo na kung saang finger ba nakatapat dun sa keyboard. Okay, kasi hindi pwede na iisang finger lang yung gagawa or gagalaw pagdating ng keyboarding ninyo. Kahit mababa yung makuha ninyo, at least ma-practice yung mga daliri ninyo kung paano mag-type doon sa keyboard ninyo. Okay, so we will be using the MS Word, okay, on your keyboarding, or I will be uploading or installing the Typing Master. Yan, mag-Typing Master muna kayo para ma-practice ninyo yung daliri ninyo kung paano siya gamitin. So, meron naman na yung nakalagay naman doon yung accuracy mo, yung cleanliness mo or your timeliness, yung word per minute. So, ira-record ko na lang siya para yun na yung magiging activity niyo. For the meantime, you need to practice. Kung may sisend man siguro ako na activity, just I will be reminding you. Okay, so if you don't have any more question, I mean to say, kung may mga question kayo, clarification, just send a text message into our group chat, or you can just send it privately pag ayaw nyo dun sa group chat natin. So I think that ends the discussion, and thank you for watching this video. See you all next meeting. Bye!